Today on the Logic Box, we're diving into the world of technology, specifically the role of technological advancement in empowering local communities in Rwanda. We're thrilled to welcome a very special guest, Aline Niyomubyeyi, winner of the Africa Skills Revolution, an inspiring initiative that champions youth-led dialogue on skills development and technical and vocational education and training across Africa. This movement shines a spotlight on the voices and talents of a generation ready to lead. Aline has developed a public transport mobile app for efficiency and inclusion. Her work has improved transport accessibility, particularly for underserved communities. And more importantly, her success will inspire more women to pursue careers in tech. Thank you very much for coming on the show. This is Logic Box. Logic Box is a platform that really supports the continent at large. Whenever we see great minds, we tend to tap into it and to really inform our listeners and followers of the great things that's happening across the continent of Africa. So it's a great pleasure to have you on the show, and I'm sure our listeners and viewers can't wait to listen to what we're going to be discussing here today on Logic Box. Now, a little bit about Aline before we start the discussion. She's into tech, and yes, I did say she's into tech. And when we read many publications, especially Aline from people in the West, we've heard so many times about the importance of technology and how that can actually add or improve the economic situation across the continent of Africa. And before we get into the nitty-gritty, I just want to hear a bit about your story. When did the love or the passion to get into tech begin for you?
Yeah, thank you. So here it's night. I hope it won't
No, you're
disturb the
fine. It's fine.
Okay. So about my story, do you mean my story, how I got into tech
Yes.
or
Yeah.
okay, yeah. From ever since I was a little kid, I always wished to do something which make impact to people, which makes life for people much more easier. As for me, I used to be kind of lazy, not fully lazy, but I always wanted to find something which would make my work much easier. And also it started reflecting on others. I started thinking, what can we do to make our daily life more easier? But because I was very young, I was at a very young age, I didn't have this knowledge about the tech, how I would do it. I just had that passion in me, but I didn't know a clear path to do so. So after I joined the college, at college, it's a TVET college from secondary school. That's where my dreams even came clear, and even my passion came much clearer. I saw that, okay, since tech can help me solve so many problems, and maybe I can use it to create what I've been always wanting to do as a young girl. And then I can use those skills I'm getting to create all those changes I wanted to create. So that's how I got into tech, actually.
Okay, so for our listeners and viewers who want to know what TVET means, it's technical and vocational education and training. So in case you're wondering what it means. But Elaine, it's funny you mentioned that because look, to many of us, especially across the continent of Africa, the phenomenon of tech has really hit the continent. And I just wanted to know, what was it that you understood, or what was it that got you to think that, oh, okay, I can make something, I can put something in my head? I'm asking that question because I used to be really, really interested, right? Back in the day, I don't want to show my age, but back in the day, we had the VHS and the tape recorders, right? So what I would
Mm.
do was I would connect everything from the speakers to the TV to everything together. So I just wanted to find out what was it that you first more or less kind of got the idea and how you were able to formulate the idea and actually making it.
Yeah, how it all started, as I said, with the passion of having that. And even I think that my college, since secondary school, influenced that because when I joined that college, they teach you much more about doing more than knowing, more than sitting in a class doing things. They challenged us. They challenged us by giving some word scenarios to do. They will give us, okay, let's create maybe like a USSD to perform this specific task for people. And we will start by small, but our college also influenced much for us to feel much, um, to have that love for tech, to want to be involved in tech. It all started at college where they emphasized us to learn more, to put things we learned in actions. And all of that combined, that's what triggered us and gave us that love and purpose with creating all those changes.
I'm always keen to find out what the reaction was, particularly with family, when you decided that this is actually the path that you wanted to take as a female.
Yeah, my family is very supportive. They are very supportive and very inspiring, especially for my big sister. She always wants to push us as she also figured out for herself. She always want to make our path much easier by providing advices. You know, you can try everything, you can do everything. But when I first initiated that I want to be in tech, all of them was like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to do this? But for me, because I knew that our world was evolving to technology, that's what we are revolutioning to. And I told them, yeah, I need to do tech because all the passion I had when I was young, everything I had, I felt like I would accomplish all the dreams and everything I wanted to do with tech. And as I was even a student in tech, so they really understood me and they told me, okay, since it's your dream and since it's something you're really passionate about and you really love, then you can go for it. They once told me that, okay, for tech, it's mostly for men because men are very active and they are very open-minded. And they told me,
Trust
okay,
me, that's not true. That is so
yeah,
not
that's
true. I
not,
mean,
we
man, I'm
all
telling you.
open-minded, but when it comes, there is this mindset that we have in Africa that women are specifically for some specific task. For example, you have to be doing some home activities and everything. So that's why it was very hard for them. But they also told me that my family, as I said, they are very supportive. They told me that you have other things that you need to do, but it's not going to be easier for you because the way I grew up not like other guys. As I said, some men, when they grew up, they don't have a lot of things to do at home. They are hustler at a very young age, which is different for us. And that was very something that was very hard for me at the start. Even my family specified, and they said, since you're going to take, since you want to do this, it's not easy. It's a men-dominant career, so you have to be active and hardworking toward that. So, but that was not an issue. I just had a passion for that, and it kept me going.
It's interesting you say that. And thankfully, the likes of you are actually just breaking these barriers and breaking or just, yeah, breaking these myths. And that for some reason or the other, men are more capable than, women. So again, thank you for that. But I just want to stay on that a little bit more because clearly there must have been challenges, no?
Mm.
As in, there must have been, you must have faced a bit of challenges with that
Yeah.
whole stereotype of a woman not to be in this field or finding yourself in this field. Was there any challenges that you had to deal with personally, aside from that?
We all meet with challenges, but the best challenges I faced was when I remember the first time I joined, even let me start with my class. We were very few. I think we were about three girls in the class, and the challenge I had was just to feel belonged, I can say, to feel like, am I really gonna make this? You see guys are coding like this, and they are very sharp-minded, and you look at yourself, you remember where you're coming from, and you say, nah, I'm gonna go back home. This is not my thing. But also the something that was very interesting about the college is that we had our teachers or our professors were very motivating, and even those guys we studied in the same class, those were just a personal neglecting for ourselves, saying we won't make it for ourselves, but for our classmates, they were very supportive because they knew that we are starting and we're not as at the same level as them. So they kept supporting us where we were weak, maybe for typing so fast, something easy. I can give an example for typing fast on laptop.
Mhm.
They will share the applications like Typing Master. You can use Typing Master to type so quickly. And so they were very supportive, even our professors. They will give like coding challenge and they say, who's gonna do that? And I'll feel fear in myself. Nah, please don't talk about me. Don't talk about me. But he will say, Aline, please do that. No, but the more I felt like I can try and give it a try. I will go to the board and maybe not make it. Others will help me, and that's how I kept growing. So that was the basic challenge that I faced. But the more I also learned that the more we face our fears and the more we put ourselves out there and we ask support, not trying to hide our fear or trying to show that we can where we're not, it's better that we approach other people and ask for support. You show your weakness. You say, I'm new to tech. I don't know how to do this. I don't even know how to type fast on laptop. You be very specific and clear to your team so that they know where to help you. They know where to start helping you. And that really helped me. And I think that told me that every challenge we face is always an opportunity to grow. That's something that I learned.
That's no, that's amazing. That's amazing. And I think this is probably a quote that we might clip just to share with our viewers and listeners.
Mm.
Now, fast forward, I know that you have designed this app, which is to help to do with the transportation in Rwanda. But I just anyway, congratulations first and foremost, because it is amazing,
Thank you.
groundbreaking. And the moment I was sent to your info, and as I said, in the beginning, that I'm really, really pro um, whatever in the tech sector that will help to move countries forward. Because now, we live in a global village. Us here in the north, things so we're far ahead in terms of tech. And I
Mm.
can just stand at a bus stop and just type whatever I need to type, and I'll get the times that the buses will be coming, which helps me to prepare, right?
Mm.
So,
Exactly.
so again, coming up with this app, what has been the reception?
They received it with it was very impactful for them, even though currently we haven't officially launched the application because we're still having some challenges going on. as I told you earlier.
Yeah.
But when we first, when maybe I can start when we initiated working on that project, we have conducted a Google survey from at least maybe I think it was 200 people. We started a survey trying to know, okay, is this a problem we can solve? Because I have faced that problem for myself and my brother, my young brother. So I wanted to make sure that this problem was really a problem. And we found that it was a problem. So we immediately started working on that issue. So when we worked on that issue and we created everything, we would also ask for feedback from them. What do you think about this? And they say, okay, this is fine, but maybe you can add this a little thing, because we started that project at university where I studied. The student will give us advice, or maybe you can change this, you can add this feature, you can do this. So I can start by that, saying that some people who were around, they really accepted that project as it was. They saw potential of it, and they saw that it was going to impact their life and make it much easier, as it was our purpose with that application. So, and after implementing that, we came out, we approached bus agencies, and they said, okay, we need first to try this application for some certain customers, some of our clients, and see if this is really variable, if it's something we can put to the market. And they also tried it with 100 people. That's where they said, okay, this is nice, but it will take time to process. And, there is a lot of process to do. So, but what I think is that since the bus agencies itself found that it was variable, then it was really variable to the people who was gonna use it.
You
Yeah.
touched on the problem. So what was that problem that this app will help to fix?
Yeah, so you see here in Rwanda, on the bus stations, most people came from different districts to the bus stations, and they will even spend a lot of time in bus station without knowing, okay, where am I going to get ticket from? They will stay in the bus station for a long time without knowing anything. And some people might go to the bus agencies requesting, okay, can you please book me a ticket? I'm going here, and you can find a lot of crowd of people in the bus station. Some know what they want, some don't know. Some, are wasting time. Some are waiting for others to complete so they can get their tickets. So it was really a problem. And this came during coronavirus, that we're not allowed to move around. So I thought, since this problem really influenced me, impacted me before coronavirus, and I can say that during coronavirus, people are not allowed to move freely. What can we do to make this much more easier? People can get tickets, people can travel, and with arranged method, with a better way of arranging transportation, giving them ownership of their transportation, not going to the bus stations, spending a lot of time there. Maybe they can do it at home, even though some people, I also got a feedback from some people who told me that, okay, do you know, Aline, I have a lot of things that I'm doing, that I do daily. And when I know that I'm going to travel, that I'm going to stay at a bus station at least 1 hour looking for ticket, I get like my head is about to burst. So when I told him, so we are trying to do this project, he told me that this is really good thing, because I can be at home holding my own phone saying, okay, I'm going to travel to maybe Nyabugogo, that's for example, or to Musanze, that's one of our district. Then I can go there, book a ticket, and then at certain time, we give them a notification telling them that your bus is near, get ready. Then they can get ready to and find a bus near their bus stations instead of going to the public bus stations. So that was the basic issue. We wanted to solve people to have ownership of transportation. And then also they can know exactly where their bus is located instead of going to or traveling to the bus station in common. So yeah.
No. I mean, the more I hear about it, the more amazing it sounds. And, hopefully it can be replicated across many parts of the continent of Africa, because we all have the same issues when it comes to transportation. Um,
Right? Yeah.
and not only that, it's safety as well. And,
Mm.
not long ago, I traveled back home and, people get on the bus, you see everybody crowded. Surely, if we're able to have an app that could determine as and when buses are coming, you will know as in how to plan your journey. But
Yeah.
one thing that we haven't touched on is the fact that how this became available to some of us here to enable us to talk to you is the fact that you actually entered the competition. So, A, what was the competition and what was the process and how did you do or how did you perform in that competition?
Yeah, that's a very exciting part, actually. Um, how I got to that competition, I think I saw the link via LinkedIn and also not on LinkedIn, but also one of, as I said, at college, there are some people who are specifically for innovation specialists who share some, some competitions that might be available since we already joined some country competitions like TVET, Youth
Mhm.
Challenge
Yeah.
competition. So they gave us more competition to join, which might benefit us. And that's how I knew that Africa Skills Revolution. And by that, I joined, I applied. It was a form that you have to fill out, and they had to ask questions and everything. And we provided them with the links and the application, I mean, the resources that helps them to know more about us, to know more about application. And that's how they read everything. And yeah, we made it to the top 10.
Uh,
Yeah.
Again, I think by the time we finish this interview here, you're gonna hear a lot of congratulations from me. So this initiative or competition, the African Skills Revolution Initiative, is actually um, designed and also supported by TVET, right? Through TVET, which is supported by Germany and also the European Union, which is a part of the African Union's Agenda 2063. And a lot of
Yeah.
us which who pay close attention to what's happening across the continent, sometimes we hear these things, these policies being um, said or drafted and published, but we don't actually get to see it come to fruition. So the fact that I'm here talking to you, believe in me, means a lot to me and also to our listeners and viewers. So I know you said you haven't officially launched the app yet. Um, is there anything hindering or prolonging the app being launched?
Yeah, as I said, we talked to the bus agencies, and they just it's something you can't explain clearly, but we're
Okay.
still negotiating how we can launch it, how we can integrate our application with their no with their usual equipments that they use. So it doesn't mean that our application is independent, but it's dependent. It
Okay.
depends. We need something called APIs. I don't know if you know about that, but it's a way of communicating or receiving information from one application to another application. Yes, so that's what we are still waiting for. But since we're waiting for that, it didn't stop us from finding better solutions because that's our aim, providing better service and providing a better life experience for people. And during this time, we also have launched application called Ready that helps the students to learn more about any kind of skills in a very friendly way. And with that, really also we have shared the information and links with the Africa Skills Revolution committee. We have shared them. Okay, we have started this. We don't know what you think about it, and they've been giving more advices. Okay, you can improve this. The thing that I loved about this competition also is that they didn't also not only give us a opportunity or funded our project, but also they keep supporting by providing advices and other things. So I think for now, the reason why we haven't launched that is we are still negotiating with the bus agencies how to start that application, how to get those APIs we're seeking. Even though it's a very long process, but we hope it will be worth it at the end.
And
Yeah.
what is the name of the app? Because you didn't mention it.
The name?
The name, yeah, of the app.
Yeah, it is called Travel, but
Travel.
currently, yeah, Travel, but currently we want to name it SORT because it's much more reflecting the purpose of its application. So we want to
Salt.
name it SORT. Yeah, soft application.
Oh, salt or salt? Salt.
SORT.
S
C-O-T.
C-O-T.
Yeah,
Okay.
SORT. Yeah.
Okay. 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 And I know in terms of IP, I don't know if you can touch on it. If not, that's fine. Is there any issues with IP, intellectual property, or not at all?
Yeah, we do. We do have that. We do have that because we already started. We started this as a project. I mean, as a business to do. So there is intellectual property for that. Yeah, and also registered business for that. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So, I know that a lot of the time these projects heavily depend on investors. How has it been? If for instance, if it wasn't for the fact that there was this competition being run, where do you think that sorts would be right now?
I think it will be right now without this competition. For me and my team, we believe that this project it is not longing for any profit or anything to get out of it because most of my team we are all have other positions or jobs that we do. We're not actually seeking for money out of it. But also we have got some funded or support from other investors. We have some people who are supporting, not only for this competition, but also we think that this project, the more we work on it, if we get the opportunity to get those APIs we're seeking for, we think that this project will be so much far than here in Rwanda. We thought of also joining Uganda. I mean, introducing our project to Uganda because it's our neighbor country. And the last year I went there, I saw how transportation, there is so much issue there. And I thought it would be safe if we introduce application to
Mhm.
help them as well. But if it was not for competition, we hope for even working much more for people and even for ourselves to invest in it because something we love, we want to make that change and we can see it with our own eyes if we get that opportunity. So we are not currently looking for investors like, okay, if we get those support, that's amazing. But if we don't, we will keep going.
Okay. I know you mentioned Uganda there. I see the strong connection, the East African connection, but don't forget about West Africa because we're just across.
Don't worry. We got you.
All right, and then thank you very much for coming on the show. It's been amazing. Wishing you all the best, you and your team, for what you guys have come up with, and hopefully everything will fall in line.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Thank you.
having me.
Thank you.